Alright, how's it, guys? Sorry I'm starting so late. Don't worry though, your overlord is still here. I'm still gonna be performing surgery on my clone today. Well, probably. Where the heck is my affinity file? There I am. Yes, why would I want to use it? Oh, whatever. Anyway. Sorry, I had to get things up and running. Obviously. Um, and then stuff kept breaking as I was trying to set it up, so... well, we got pretty close to when I thought we'd start. Could have been worse. But anyway, yeah. Hi, what's up? It's me, Omammer. I'm here. I'm streaming. So yeah, Affinity Designer has finally decided to launch, and it's not going to force me to update it, so let's get to work. Wrong software. There we go. So if you were here last time I streamed on Tuesday, then you may remember that we got to work in Live2D with what we got here. I actually kind of think I need to come back to this program a bit, and I've got some stuff to fix, basically. um, where we left off last time, I was getting ready to rig these things for physics, but I'm not. Like, I figured out how to do physics. It's actually not that hard, as long as my free trial is still going. So, like, it shouldn't be too hard to do. But it's going to be a lot easier to do if these are straight. So, basically, you can kind of see that the way these are rigged right now, it's kind of an awkward... So even if I just recreate what I currently have, then it's gonna look awkward like this. So we're gonna make it better. And the way we're gonna do that is by straightening these out. So, actually, one moment, let me get the music back on. I'm gonna have to turn this down a bit so I can hear myself think, because I'm gonna probably think out loud a lot. Can I hear my... Yeah, I can hear myself. Alright, let's go. What does Discord want? No, don't switch devices. Anyway, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a copy of each of these. And we're gonna name the ones on top reference. And I'm going to then set their opacity down to like 25% and lock them. So now they will not move, but when I move these, you can see they are still there. So I want to line this up kind of with the original position. I'm going to come in here to this, kind of move that there. Now you're where you started, and come on. You're where you... There you go. But now we need to fix this up here. What is this that I've grabbed? Oh, that's right. Forgot these things have a thing in them. That's gonna make this more difficult, actually. So I'm just gonna turn that off for now. We'll reposition it when we're done. So basically, I need to take these and I need to be able to... We need to lay them out so that they kind of look like they're going straight. Wish I could get the transform tool on these, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, this does have a handle. There we go. So basically what this is going to allow us to do is put these in position first. Kind of straighten this out. Kind of straighten this out. That looks pretty good. The other thing I'm gonna do, though, is I'm gonna really want to be able to grab both of these at the same time. I'm going to grab all these points and stretch them out a little. Actually, I'm still not ready for, I don't think. I'm going to stretch these out so that, because otherwise I've just rotated them, and that's not going to work quite right. Kind of like that. And that way when I morph them in the software, I've got room to grow, to expand and contract. Kind of like that. I think that's going to work out a lot better than what I previously had. Put you back inside. There we go. Now I'm gonna set these back to full, and then I'm gonna turn the visibility on them off. We're done with those. Actually, I'm almost done with you. Now that we've got the left tentacle designed, all I need to do is copy it, paste it, flip it, and position it over here. Just about like that. And then I can delete the original right tentacle, make sure this thing gets correctly named. And this looks horrifying, right? But hey, we're gonna make this work. When it's all said and done, he's gonna look exactly like I do right now, but he's gonna be better rigged. And not only is he gonna be better rigged, even if he's just as badly rigged as I currently am, he's gonna be set up so I can apply tits and thick to him, which that's Twitch integrated throwing system and Twitch high intensity color changer. So you all will be able to figure out what my shiny form, my Alolan form, my I don't know, what's another form that I could have? The Avalon wanted me to make a Pride Omammer form, so we'll have to do Pride Omammer. Probably Christmas Omammer. Spooky Omammer. It is almost I guess it's fall's what, 10 days away? So yeah, anyway. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Why are people posting pictures of Leon Kennedy wearing one of those, like, what are they called? Those dresses that have the cut all the way up to, like, the thigh? For some reason, one of my friends just sent me one of those. Anyway, so I think we're done here. You know, I probably should save an alternate version of this that is actually put together correctly. But, you know what, that's future me's problem. Actually, you know what, I've got that on the other computer. So if I just save this as Omammer rig, then everyone will know this is the Omammer for rigging. And then if I call the other one like Omammer for graphics or something, then they'll know it's the one for making promotional graphics with. Anyway, let's move this abomination over to... Actually, there's no way that I can just export as PSD from here. Oh, there is. Will this work? I guess we'll find out. I feel like this won't work. But there's only one way to find out, so... Hey, if it doesn't work, then no harm, right? Whatever, let's open the Cubism editor. Good old Live2D, which has apparently been around since 2010. Who guessed? Who would have known? Trial license expires in 29 days. So I got really the entirety of September and a few days of October that I can still figure this out. If we don't get this done today, I might need to do a few, like, unplanned art streams. Come on. I also really need to organize this folder. Where is it? Omammer rig, PSD. Here we go. Alright, it looks correct, so we'll see. Everything in here needs to be set to clip inside the body. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. So let's see, these are rectangles, so I don't think I need to rig them for anything other than that. Although I did have the thought, I could potentially make an angry eyes toggle if I you know, did one of those. This would look better if this was masked inside the base eye, but we'll get there. Let's go ahead and turn off that background layer. It's not really doing anything for us. It's kind of annoying how, like, Affinity Designer, really the whole Affinity suite, they have the ability to, like, either have a transparent background or a solid color background. But if you set a solid color background, you can't turn it off unless you go into the settings and swap it for a transparent background. But when you export the file, then you can clearly see that the solid color background is just a solid file. Like, it's just a solid, like, I don't even know, just a color file that fills up the space. That's all it is. Let's go ahead and lock those down. Then we're going to come into here and start. We might be able to do all these at once. Let's see. I don't think we need to go crazy on the deformation on these. So these clamp a little closer to home, at least. There, that looks like they're forming pretty close to where they're supposed to. And then the body, I think I gave a high deformation, like the heavy deformer. Because we're going to want to be able to add a lot of detail to this. This is slowing the software down. Said, nah, that's enough. You're good. Actually, I think I'm gonna undo that. This is probably sufficient. So, like, if you didn't know, I hope that me doing this is a good explanation for why these models are so expensive and why they take so long to rig. Because, like, I don't know. Some people probably have, like, if you have a pretty standard body type on your model, then they've probably got, like, a whole bunch of presets. If you're using the paid version of this software, then you can set a whole bunch of presets. So if you got a fairly standard body type, then you can kind of just, like, apply some stuff pretty quickly and then go through and fix any, like, errors. But, Like this right here, this model is nothing. I've got some mouth tentacles that I need to animate. I've got eyes that technically are supposed to blink. We'll get there. I've got these tentacles by my face, and I've got a body. There's no separation of the body and the head. There's no like complex facial movements to deal with. There's no little danglies, unless you count the mustache. This is about as bare bones of a character design as you can put in here. And this is taking several iterations to get right. So, like, we're going to go into the manual mesh editor now. Select this whole thing, copy. Then we're going to go in, oh yeah. Then we're going to go into the stroke here. Manual mesh editor, select all of these points that exist already, delete them. And we're going to paste in the other mesh. So now, the stroke should move with the fill. Like, exactly with the fill, which is what we want. And we're going to do the same thing for the eyes here in a moment. So I'm going to start with the base of the eyes. And I'm going to generate the right and left at the same time, because these should basically be the same. And you know, the pupils, they're also a pretty simple shape. There's no reason to not also do them at the same time. So we're going to give them the standard. This actually might be more points than we need. I forget if this is adding or removing them. Looks like maybe it's adding. I'm just going to leave that as is. That'll be fine. We just need some basic oops, wrong one. Some basic, like, no frills deforming capacity here. Again, that should be fine. Now we're going to come into, whoops, we're going to come in here to the manual mesh editor, select all, copy. Then we're going to come up here to the outline, come in here, delete the existing points, paste on the same rig that we gave to the outer pupil, or to the main pupil. Again, these should be fine as they are. Like, I'm not going to do much more than them than a basic stretch and squish. So for that, like, I might rotate them. They might get rotated a little bit. These will be fine just looking like that. So I think the eyes are done. And these, I'm actually going to, I think I have to do them all one by one. But we're going to give them a heavy deformer. Because these right now, I can't remember if I made the mesh by hand, or if I used the light deformer, but I'm not really... some of the ways they bend can be awkward, so I'm going to give them all a heavy deformer. And then the same thing with the tentacles. So now we got our body, our eyes, everything is kind of back to how we want it, which means that we can get to work on rigging again. I might need to pull up the old one. So we're going to save this as OMAMR modified 2. And there we go. Let's open the original OMAMR modified. Because I need to remember which is which exactly. This thing keeps giving me music that has lyrics in it, despite the fact that I have instrumental only selected. Alright, so you can see all the random reference image files I have down here apparently. So angle Z is what we rotate the body on. And for right now, we have this deformer set to only start closing the eye when my real life eye is below 50% open. Because I don't have normal eyes on this model. I don't know if you noticed, but like a regular person, their eye is not fully open all the time. So like you want your eyes to be like, you know, somewhere in the middle. You want like where you're normally gonna be, your resting eye position. That's where you want, like, you know, most people, you're gonna have a little bit of eyelids showing at all times, kind of like this, because your eyelids are covering your eyes even when they're open. Look at yourself in the mirror. You'll know I'm telling you the truth. So we're gonna do the same thing here. It looks like angle Z is for rotating the boy. I am morphing the body way too much on on this one, I think. Maybe not. So anyway, this is the old one. And so we've got all these like normal things, right? Right now, I'm not going to worry too much about I smile or any of that stuff. We'll worry about X and Y. So I think I'm going to have to make a new parameter to have these things set up correctly. Maybe. We'll worry about that in a bit, I think. For now, I'm gonna select these things and set their clipping ID. This is the left eye, so you guys clip inside the eye base. There we go. You guys also in the R eye base. There we go. I don't like how it does. Ever since I've moved the, I've separated these things, every time we mask the, or not mask the, but like set the collision, then it ruins the thing here, which is fine. No one's gonna ever see that, but I would still like to understand why it's happening. Kind of weird. Anyway, so oh great, my computer wants to restart. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way. Okay, sorry. Let's the easiest thing to rig, I think, is going to be the eyes, so let's get started on the eyes. For this, we're going to need to make some warp deformers. Because I, at least, don't know of a better way. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to try and keep this from covering up chat, but you know, it is what it is. I think I can still read most of your messages with it like this. Just keep it short and sweet. On left eye first, so Okay, so there's that one. Alright, I forgot to rename these things. Okay, so those two are on the same one. That's fine. You know, something I'm really not sure of, that, like, I turned off the, like, Y movement of this model's head, because it looked awful. And I couldn't figure out a way to make it not look awful. But I don't know if, like, I can't nod my head right now, so I can kind of shake my head, so I can say no, but not yes. My whole body just kind of moves up and down when I try and nod my head. Which might be fine. Like, again, there was no good... It didn't look good when I did it any other way. But I don't know, maybe... I kind of like that when I look down, just the eyes look down. Like, I'm a fan of that look. And that's kind of the standard look, because of the placement of my webcam. But... Anyway, let me get back to... So you're gonna be... RB eyelid warp. There we go. I think we're gonna have a problem with this, although... You know, if it's a problem, it's a problem. These aren't going to look the same either way, but hopefully that's for the better. Anyway, so yeah, don't hold me to this or anything, but like, there's a slight possibility that for a few weeks I do some short art streams on Fridays as well. Especially if I need to finish this. Because I don't think I get physics in the free version, so I have to, if I'm going to do physics on these, I have to do it before the trial ends. Let's see. So we're working on the eyes right now. So the other thing that needs a warp is these. And I'm going to give them one warp deformer. Although I might have to set it to 2. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to have to be 2. Okay. So let's start with the pupil. What's this? Oh, texture atlas. We're not ready for that. So for the pupil warp, these are 5, 5, and 2, 2. For basically everything else, other than the finally, let's make one for boom. And I think I need to make you the child of this. So that when I modify this one, it modifies you as well. And yes, you need to be also part of the base. There we go. Now we're editing the whole thing. Oh, yeah, of course. So let's go ahead and make this IL open. Alright, so now we've got that. I think these also need to be children of the Wait, no, that's not gonna work. Alright, whatever. So, I open, good, good. When we're at 0% open, that's when we need to get to work here. How do I show the grid again? There we go. So we want that to be about right there. Let's grab the bottom one, move it so it's about the same line, like right there. And I might need to stretch this out a bit in the back. That way, and you are going to have to come up to about right there. So we've got one moment. Where are we at? Oh, I see what that line is. Okay. So we've got that there. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 squares to the top of the eye. So we want to have the same on the bottom. But I am... No. Whoops. Okay, so you're right. Right? Yeah, okay. Stretch that so we got 1, 2, oh, we want 3. 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. Now I need to stretch this inward a little bit because... There we go. Now back to the base. There we go. We want this to be more or less a circle now. About like that. Which means, of course, we're going to need to stretch these more. I like that. Looks pretty good. So now I see what I did wrong. Basically, I didn't have, I only had some of those things added to the keyform. Or to the parameter. So I had to go back and add all of them. Otherwise, it wasn't going to look like anything happened. So let's start this again. This right here is kind of our midpoint line, so we want We want the base of our actual skin here to line up with that. Technically I don't have skin, it's like a sludge compound, but you know what I mean. There we go, pretty good. Now, we want to stretch this so that I'm going to go ahead and say that we do let's leave it to 1 square because I don't know exactly how far this is gonna got yay big. And we need to come in here and move those in. Now apply the base. Don't want it to Alright, and that's pretty good. We're happy with that, I think. So now we're going to come down here to the eye, the right eye, and we're going to kind of recreate this whole setup here. So you need your own deformer because we're going to move you separately. So create warp deformer. This is our pupil warp. Very good, very good. Now we're going to select these 3 things. And we're going to create another one, call it base warp. Let's see, you are a child of our base warp. Good, good, good. Now that we have that, what we're going to do is take all these warps and we're going to add them in here like so, and that's not what I thought it would be. Oh no, I'm gonna do some Googling. Alright, so I'm going to be watching a video for a second. You all won't be able to hear the video, but that's okay. Alright, I'm not sure that's going to be possible here. But what some people do apparently is they'll just like bring one eye in and then completely copy the effects over. To mixed results from what I saw in the tutorial, but again, probably faster than continually going through and doing it manually every time if you're going to have a much more complex character. But for me, right now, I'm just gonna come in here, and I'm gonna do this the hard way. Let's see, it's this line right here, right? That I'm working towards, I think. It's not gonna end up perfectly like that when we're all done, but that's the goal line. Yeah, right there. Whoops. Keep accidentally grabbing the mesh instead of the deformer, which will work, but only on the current thing. The moment I start rigging more stuff, it's gonna break if I do it like that. Oops. so. It's about like that one has it. And then whoops. I've made a mistake. There we go. That's better. I accidentally had it on open. I brought this up so that there was like, what was it, 2, I believe. Was it only 1? It's got to be up here. So this stops down here at this line. So that means that this has to go below this line. Okay, let's fix this so that it comes back up here. And come back to the base warp. These lined up. Oops. You only want the, nope. There we go. Interesting. It's gonna mean some other stuff needs adjusted, but I guess not. It's just over here it's gonna need adjusted. Now these should be lined up. If I Select them both. Yep, that's just about perfect. Which is how I like it. Something's different though, because what's this? I've made a mistake. Okay, so the only thing that's broken is... I'm gonna come over here to this one. Wait. Okay, so I can copy and paste parameter values. I'll have to try and do that next time. So if I come back down here to just this, and... Whoops. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, so... I think I'm gonna have to restart. I have to undo until I don't know what else to do. You're fine. It's you that's the... I think I've reached the end of redo history. Okay, so... If I don't do this, then it's not going to work. Just out of curiosity, if I lock this, does it still move with the... Okay, it does. So I should lock these things that I don't want to accidentally edit. Now that I have a controller for them, you know? So now if I click off and click back on here, then... Nope, okay. Whatever, I can still... come in here and do the right thing. Oops, wrong one. They're about the same at the top, so it's at the bottom that the issue is. It's too much. Let's go back just a little bit. It's like right there, maybe. Wait, did I never... Okay, let's try this again. Never had this much trouble getting it right before. That's about right. That's about right. Okay. This is when I move this up to the reference line. Okay, let's compare apples to apples then. Oops. And that's even. Okay. There we go. My eyes now open and close. It was harder than it needed to be. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and save. How are we doing on time? Pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is let's actually just go ahead and make a deform path for this. Now, I think if yeah. We're not gonna, oops. So what we want to do is excuse me. Let's turn on our reference files. I'm going to turn the opacity on them both down to 25%. Relock them. We're not going to be messing with those anymore. Let's come in here to the right tentacle where we made this deformer. And let's get to work. Let's put it in place. Actually, I wonder if it would be better to do this with a mesh deformer. There should be a way that I can, like... Nope. Yeah, here we go. So if I hold down Control, I can edit the deformer without editing the things it contains. Let's try and line these up with the outside of this mesh here. How goes fixing? Well, I had some trouble with the eyes, surprisingly, but we're getting there. This is kind of what I'm working with at the moment. You can see the ghost of Mustache Past. You're gonna test your stream tomorrow? Alright. Dom decided to play a different game. Right now I'm just trying to line up this deformer so that it more or less lines up with the mesh that I've made here. So now when I edit this, it actually manipulates the whole boy, as you can see. So that gives me a little more to work with. This thing has got to stop giving me music with lyrics. Really what I need to do is just find a, you know, curate a playlist myself, but in the meantime we got Pretzel. Where's the mirror? One moment, I'm looking up a tutorial again. Oh. Reflect. And would you look at that, it just automatically put it in place. I know words. Gonna have to do some minor adjustments here, it looks like, but and I need to let's add this to this. So now it deforms the tentacle. So when I come in here and move things, you can see that it shows me that mesh. So this is going to be mostly correct because it's just a mirror of the other one. I do want to come in and just make sure some stuff is better aligned. Like so. So, you're getting back into streaming, huh? What changed? Money? You're making more of it now, or you need it, or... I see. Well, that's not good. Right now, with me saving up for a computer, I'm basically doing, well, not literally the same thing, but I'm coming close, man. If it's not the whole computer. If it's not putting money aside for the computer, it's student loans. Excuse me. What am I doing? All right, let's see if we can't line these up with the points here. I know it looks like crap. Give me a moment. I'm fixing it, I promise. Where's my... There you are. Let me double this. Okay, let's do 9 by 9 then, if you say so. That's starting to look kind of like what we want. I can get even more refined control once I'm basically in place. Because each of these points can also be edited. I don't know if you can see them. You probably can. Zoom out. Oh, I see it. Oops. Can do better. Please just let me grab my deformer. Thank you. No, we still got some issues up in here. What is causing this one exactly? This is acting like there's another set of points in here when there's not. Oh, it's you. don't have to do that. Maybe you do? That's weird. Why is this thing linked so closely to the movement of this one point? It doesn't make any sense. Still just something going on in here, isn't there? Maybe y'all will never see it, but I'll know. I'd rather it just work. That's way too many. Let's be reasonable here. Something like... Now we're starting to get somewhere, I think. There we go. That looks just about right. Let's see if we turn off the reference. Yeah, you can barely tell. Don't even really know it's on. Nice. We did it. Like, the only reason you can tell there's a difference is because the shading on the bottom is slightly different now. Let's see. I do wonder if there's something to be said for the copy method. So, like, if I just turn off the left tentacle now, and then we go back and fix it up when by copying this whole thing. You know? Because, like, I can copy and paste existing parts along with their animation parameters. So, we got this in place. It might... Whoops. Like, it might actually be easier to just copy this than it would be to... Wish there was a way to add more. There probably is. I just need to. I'm looking it up again. Oh no, this woman's British. Oh, it's called parts, not folders. Okay, so let's try this again. Please don't be British. One moment. Wait, there's... Hmm. Oh, it's down here at the bottom. Wait, what is happening? Now let's see if this works. Not too bad. Yeah, that looks right. Let's turn on our... It's a mirror of this one down the center, so... Yeah, that's right. Like, I think, whoops, not you. Yeah, it looks like our, it wasn't like perfectly mirrored, but it was pretty close. Yeah, there we go. So now we don't really need these, but anyway. So I'm going to have to remember that. There's a way to just, like, add folders down here. And also, if I add more parts to this later, I can come over here to this thing, add another version of this file, or an alternate file, and then I can just, like... add in what's needed. I'm gonna go ahead and lock those. Whoops. Turn those off, then lock them. Hopefully that means they stop. Yeah, they stop popping up now when I just right-click off of something. So, oh hey, it's 8:30. I didn't even realize. Well, we did get started late. I think... Well, it's not quite 8:30. Pretty close, though. Whatever. I need to get up, stretch, maybe eat something. I don't know. This whole day's been weird. I'm gonna... Whatever. I'll be back in a bit. I'll turn the music back up for you here. I forgot to turn the music down. That's better. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Now, where were we? Let's see. You know, I did copy this, but, like, it'll probably be better if I actually delete these things. And then, once we get, this all done, then we can mirror it. Also, thank you, mods, for deleting the bot. This is a bot-free stream, unless, what's her name shows up. Mother? Is that, yeah, Mother V3. She's cool if she shows up. Or I guess Neurosama, but, like, that's an actual chatbot, so... Anyway, where was I? Yes, the Pit of Despair. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So... I actually think before we get into, everything else, I'm gonna go ahead and make my, let's move the eyes. So these two we're gonna link. Oops. Because I am not a smart man, we are going to not mirror the eyes like we're going to the tentacle. But hey, their stuff's pretty simple, so like, it'll be fine. Oh yeah, I need the warp, not the... There we go, we got our nice little grid. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I've got this pulled up here, so let's see. Yes, so left is left. Surprising to no one, I'm sure. So yeah, left is left, which means up is up. Down is down. Come on, give me my movies here. There we go. And then right is right. There's the... Why was that not showing up? Alright, so we got up, down, left, right. So now we want to... Crap. Edit, where is it? Modeling, parameter... Is it synthesize corners? And now we have corners. And I can move my eyes in any direction I want. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, so that's a simple one. I don't really have eyebrows. I need to figure out how to make like an angry eyes toggle. I think that would be fun if we can just come in here, grab these, and be like, grr. Now I'm angry. So let's go ahead and leave that like so. Now, I had thought about doing the mouth a little differently, where like these would also be on physics, but honestly I'm not sure that's gonna be like realistic. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna select all of these. Actually, no, I gotta do this one at a time. If we put these on a deformer, then they'll deform with everything else. So let's go ahead and, oops. I did need all these selected to start with. So wait, I think in order to do this on physics, all I'd need to do is like modify this parameter so like the minimum is like -0.1 or something like that. Not sure. These we're not using. I don't have hair. Well, I've got these. Could I rig that to hair? Probably, right? We'll see. That might be the easiest way to do it, is just rig it like it's hair. First I need to do left and right better, I think. If I remember correctly, these are all -30-degree rotations. Yep, okay. And these would be great if you labeled them. Y'all don't even see what I'm working with here. That's okay. Just love to find even one of these that's labeled. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna find anything. But I do have like a sort of idea of what the Z rotation should be. Maybe we start with that? I don't know. I think let's start with the mouth. So this right here is the closed position. So if we come over to open, let's start with these each one at a time. I'm going to come in here, and we're going to add a path deformer. I think that's the best way to do this. We'll see. Somewhere around the middle-ish. And at the end, oops. It's a pretty straight line. I don't think so. I don't know, maybe this isn't the best way to do this, but it's fairly straightforward, so I'm sticking with it for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is these are kind of at their default state right now at 0, so we're going to come up to 1. I'm going to start on the outside and work my way in. I'm going to try and... Actually, I need to try and keep an eye on where we're placing things on the grid so that I can replicate it. I'm going to aim for about right here, I think. Whoops. Actually, you know, I think this needs to go higher. I think maybe this will look better. Oops. If we go we give it more of an outward swing, the further away from the base we are, you know? Well, like that. Let's come in here to this one then. Ooh, this stretches the shading a bit much. That'll be fine. Oops, just select nothing real quick. And that's already a lot more smooth than the current mouth, although well, let's see how it looks when they're all in place, I guess. And these are going to move less, so maybe just like to here. Let's get this on this point here. That's pretty good. So I'm going to come back and make some more adjustments to these. Like you are coming out too far. Right here, maybe. That looks better. I think though this, again, this mid part, if it comes down a bit, will make that shadow look like it's not stretching quite so much. Which is probably only a concern to me, but, you know. I do want this to be somewhat professional looking. My monitors are not set to the same settings. Okay, so that explains why I thought it looked different last week. Somewhat. Alright. Anyway. Now my goal is to... I think I'm gonna mess with this one too a bit. Maybe more like that. That was weird. No, that was... Please stop giving me stuff with lyrics. Pretty good. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do the same thing here that we did for the... There we go. Now I got an opening mouth. That's pretty good. Right? I still don't like how these... That's better. I'm just gonna save it like that for now. Yeah, that's not quite so awkward. We'll live with that for now. Okay, so next thing, we need to select everything in here, and we're going to apply a deformer to it. Now the whole mouth will move as one piece. Which may be a mistake. I might have to undo that. But we'll see. I might have to warp each of these individually. Which would be a pain, but like, there are worse fates, you know? I'll mirror this one too as soon as I've got this whole... Something weird's going on in here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So, I got a new controller today for PC gaming. I've been fine just using, y'all can't see this, but I'll take a picture of it and post it in Discord or something. But yeah, I've been using, when I've been gaming, either a PS4 or PS5 controller on my computer, and that's been fine for the most part. But there are a handful of games that heavily use the R3 and L3 buttons, and I have kind of spoiled myself on the Switch. With R3 and L3 being mapped to programmable buttons on the back of the controller, because I got this 8-bit do 8-bit do or 8-bit do. I don't know how you pronounce it. I assume the first one, but I got one of those controllers for the Switch because they are the sturdiest things on the market, apparently, and they are about $20 to $30 cheaper than a Switch Pro controller. So I got one, and it had these programmable buttons on the back, and I programmed them to R3 and L3, and so I got spoiled on that. So now now when I try and play like Sonic Frontiers on PC with a PS4 controller, I don't have my back buttons, and the there's whole commands in Sonic Frontiers, and I assume other like Sonic games that use the boost system that are mapped to R3 and L3 that I'm not properly utilizing because I keep messing up the commands because they're not where I want them to be. The buttons aren't where I want them to be. And R3 and L3 is just so awkward to begin with, you know? So, like, the fact that that's how you do the, what's it called? Air dash or whatever it is, where you just, like, you line up with the start of a line of rings and it automatically, like, zips you along the path of the rings. Yeah, that's mapped to, I think, L3 in Sonic Frontiers, and so I always mess that up. So I'm just getting... It's an Xbox controller by PDP that has those programmable buttons. But anyway, let's get back to work here. What was I? So I got the mouth open. Yeah. It definitely opens wider than my current mouth does. That might make it easier to see when it's like only a little open, you know? Let's see. What can we do next? Probably... This is probably going to be the easiest thing to take care of next, is the angle. So for that, what we're going to want to do is take our mouth warp, all of these warps, wait, that doesn't exist. Take all this stuff, okay, I think that's everything, and we're going to create a new warp deformer. Okay, one moment. I've forgotten something important. So before we do that, I need the mouth. All of these things, and I'm going to put them on a new rotator. Alright, fine. We'll start with one object. Okay, good start. But now we're going to add all of these things to it as well. Interesting. Oh, I know why that is. Okay, that'll be annoying, but I think I can fix it if it becomes a problem. Anyway, so yeah, we have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to our angle Z, which I think is the body rotation. Yes, angle Z is body rotation. So with the face rotator selected, we're going to come in here, create this, and now with our rotator selected, we're going to, with it in -30, we're going to set this to -30, go to positive, and set this to +30. And now we'll have to move it a little bit along the axes when we modify the body, but you know, that is what it is. So let's set this back to default for now. And I'm also going to want to put this tentacle then on angle Z so that we can recreate these and make that look better. And then if we do the physics, it's going to be when I'm shaking my head. So we'll worry about that later. That'll be its own custom parameter. But basically what we'll want to do here is come in What is happening here? have to get back to this at a later date. Anyway, for now it's in there. We'll just... I'm going to worry about the rest of the face, or the body first. Get to work. So this is what we came up with last time for this. I kind of think I squished the inside too much and the outside, like I want the inside, actually that might be fine, but the outside should be more big. I don't know how else to describe what I mean. So I'm going to keep... I'm going to pull up the original again, just to see how I did it over here. For some reason, YouTube Music has started sending me notifications, as if that's a thing I would want. Gonna revoke every single one of the app's permissions real quick. Excuse me. Excuse me. So this is kind of how the original looks. Keep that in mind. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is the original. Alright, let's get to work. Let's be accurate here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Well, we were wondering if I was going to feel up to streaming past 10 o'clock. My allergies having a sudden attack suggests maybe not. So I don't know. I might try and do an impromptu stream on Friday to get this more good. I don't know. Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean none of this was on the... Those were green. Those were green. I'm not crazy, right? Those were green. It's like it should have been on the parameter, but for some reason it wasn't. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm grabbing a cough drop. I think my strategy this time of making sure that this part right here is always in between the eyes is giving me better results than what I got last time we did this. Actually, not bad. Almost believable, even. A slime might be able to live with these kind of results. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Did pretzel break again? There we go. The point of doing it the way I was doing was that I didn't have to rig for every single position. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do something different here. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to select these pupils again. Might have to unlock them. And we're going to put both of them on a... Let's do it this way. Go back to locking these. So we're going to select both these warp ones, and I'm going to create wait, whoops. I didn't have both. I didn't have the right one selected. So we're going to create another one that's going to contain these. And this one's just going to contain both pupils. Now we're going to put these on this. Let's try this again. Can I just have the box, please? Thank you. Perfect. Just what I wanted to see. Now with this selected, let's do synthesize corners. And once again, we have working results. This may actually be easier to do with this than with the other thing. Let's see. Yes, it is. Cool. Alright, I think... yeah, this isn't gonna work. Because we've got the other thing. Can I... there's no way this works, right? Yeah, no, nothing to add it to. I may want to do this the other way. I am just starting to feel worse and worse. Starting to get a headache now. And I can tell it's my sinuses. Okay, that could be worse. Why can I not just... Oh, that's why. Getting close. Wait, what happened? Why am I not... What's going on here? Why are we not? Why are you not applying with the rest of these? Please just let me click on the warp thing. Of course it can't be easy. Now it just looks broken. I kind of think I've still got the original, like, left tentacle over here. I think I need to restart this. I don't think this warp deformer is a good way to get this set up, because it's impossible to work with it when we get it into this phase. So, well, it's 10 o'clock. I am really just not feeling very good right now. I'm gonna go, I don't know, see if we have some, like, mild cold medicine or something. My sinuses are just killing me. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been mostly good, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm the only one who thought so, but, you know, my opinion matters, kind of, I think. I don't know if we have a big enough crew to raid tonight. But, I don't know. So long as I'm not feeling, like, absolutely awful, I think I am going to try and stream again on Friday. Oh, hey, Luna Pazu's got her internet fixed. Nice. Anyway. Yeah, I think this is probably as good of a place to call it as any for the night. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you either Friday or Saturday. If I have my way, it'll be Friday, though. But it might be Saturday. Anyway, see you later.